Welcome back, villagers, to another episode of Hugh Tran, the Insurance Man. Today, I want to break down Ocugen's latest data in simple terms. I made a video already about the data, but I just feel like yesterday we had a red day in a very long time, and a lot of people show their true color. They start panicking. They're saying dumb ass shit. Forgive my choice of word. They said some dumb ass shit like we're experiencing a red day because we're so far behind on gene therapy. We're so far behind on other companies. What other companies? What other gene therapy that are FDA approved? I'll wait. There's only one, and that company data is not as good as ours. So to all the fake bears, don't be faking our village. That's all I'm asking you. I know I'm talking too much, but my biggest pet peeve is fake bears want to be bull, and it shows because it shows that you don't read the data. So this video, I'm going to break things down in simple terms to help you understand what you're holding, and I also answer three questions from our villagers too. Before I get started, thank you so much for your coffee donations, for your comment, like, share. I feel like the videos I'm making is making some kind of impact because I can see the views is increasing, the minutes, and pretty soon because of my villagers, I'm able to get monetized from YouTube, which is pretty darn awesome. So, whether you're a parent, an investor, or just curious about how gene therapy works, you walk away knowing exactly why this matters. The three questions that I got was what the data shows in simple terms, why it's different, and I have a favor to ask you when I get to that part too. And last but not least, what it could mean for the future. Once I'm done with these three questions, I'm going to share with my villagers something I put together. And you will like it toward the end of this video. If you want to skip all of this, head toward the probably 10 minutes mark. That's when I'm going to share with you what I put together. And like I said, everything in this video is not financial advice. My idea of building this community through YouTube is that I want to share with you everything I know, everything we know about Ocugen, because I wholeheartedly believe that this company is the key to a brighter future. That's just me. I'm biased because I spent the last 5 years investigating, researching, and getting to know a lot of people in our community. So I'm sharing with you, my YouTube family as well too. So let's kick this off like every video. We have to know what is the current stock price. It's $1.63, a good drop compared to my last video, but however, I believe in consolidating. So right now is a good drop, so that way we can get to the next leg up. I'm always a true believer of what go up must come down. What's come down will rocket back up. So right now, if you look at the 1 year, you see it's $1.63, but it's healthy. It's not like a crazy, crazy dip, like a minus 50%. No, we will not see any of those. And the moment yesterday was very disappointing because we had our first red day in a very long time, and I noticed a couple of our villagers came out and talking awesome dumbass shit. But I can't stop people from saying what they want to feel. I can see, smell a fake bull. So if you're a bear, just tell you're a bear, you're new to the company, you don't know what you got yourself into, and we're here to help you understand from A to Z. But don't come in acting bullish on green days, and then after that, barely first red day, you went, oh, I'm going to sell at $2. I want to sell. We don't care when, where, how you sell. We're here to provide you information, whether you like it or not. Take whatever you want to take and leave whatever you want to leave, but don't be a fake bull. That's just my pet peeve. Let's get this started. So, what the data shows, simple term. I'll explain it in ways where you and I can understand, so that way you are more knowledgeable of what is it that you're holding and why am I so passionate about making these videos. Number 14, by the way, if you've been watching, watch number 1 all the way to number 13. This will be number 14. So, what the data shows, Ocugen tested their gene therapy called OCU400 in people with rare eye disease that usually lead to blindness. The result? Many patients showed improvement in their vision test. So if you go to see an optometrist every year for your annual checkup, you should be able to understand what I'm talking about. So things like being able to see more clearly in dim light. Number one. Number two, read more letters on the eye chart. I'll bring it up right here. For families, that means hope. For investor, that's real world proof the treatment is working. If we're able to help a person who have no hope of seeing a brighter future into, oh my gosh, I can read again. I can drive. I can read letters at a certain distance. By having all of these things, the DMV will not take away your driver license. If you fail any of these, and as your vision deteriorates over time, the DMV will legally put you blind. And when that happens, you cannot drive anymore. So you would need assistance. And those type of activities, the first couple weeks, it's okay. But as time goes by, you're going to feel hopeless. You're going to feel depressed. And with these two things together, it will not end well for your health in the long run. So understand what I'm trying to explain to you. See clearly in dim light. That is a plus. And you're able to read more letters on the eye chart. That is also a plus. These data is given to the public. So instead of wasting your time and cry about a red day in a very long time, why not watch my video or bring the data to your optometrist or ophthalmologist and let them explain to you in ways where you could understand the same thing. So that's what the data is showing right now. I mentioned Ocu 400, Ocu 410, Ocu 410 ST, which I'll line them up in a timeline toward the end of this video so that way we're more aware of what is going on. Who is the inventor of Ocu 400 and our gene therapy platform? So I made a video, episode 13. I posted it and I put it on X, and the inventor of our gene therapy, she replied. What did she say? I'll bring up her X account right here. And if you can, do me a favor. Go ahead and you have an X account. Give her a follow. 381 followers. And that is something that I'm very shocked when I see, because this is the inventor of the gene therapy, potentially can cure the world of blindness, and she have 381 followers. We need to make the right people famous. And Dr. Nina is by far one of the best. When I talk about Dr. Nina, I'm a bit biased because when I listen to her speak, all I hear is science. All I hear is a wonderful person wanting to help humanity. And what is she doing? Hey, are you blind? I'm here to cure that. And yet, she have 381 followers on her X account, while a bunch of other idiots, nothing but nonsense, have millions of followers. That is not cool. So do me a favor, my villagers, go into her X account and give her a follow and say thank you, because the world is blind. If they don't see the kind of good, the kind of genuineness, the kind of future that Dr. Nina and her team will bring to the world, then they are definitely blind. And we're here to help. So if you can, please give her a follow. And this is what she said right here. I'll bring this up too. So that is, I usually post this on my X account. We got the data. So in that video, I talk about Ocu 410, Ocu 400, Ocu 410 ST. This one is similar, but I'll break into simple terms and answer the question. So what did she say right here? I am the inventor of Ocu 400 and Ocu 410 therapies. When I wrote the patent for this technology, it was for ocular diseases, meaning not limited to the retina. I don't have to explain that into simple terms. She clarified at the bottom, not limited to retina. So if you look at your eyeballs, there are thousands and thousands of veins. Each vein do a certain things, carry blood, whatever case may be. And some veins, what it does is that it give the optometrist, ophthalmologist, an idea of how bad your cholesterol, how bad your diabetes are, because it will show up in your eyes. This is science. And what we're trying to do right now is that, hey, instead of just fixing your retina, we have the potential with our platform, we can fix other things. What are those things? Blindness here, blindness there, your gene is messed up here. We're going to go ahead and fix your gene there. And all of this is in an early stage. But what I really love was that last week we got the green light for enrollment of children as early as age 3. For my villagers, you guys understand how FDA works. FDA will not allow you to touch children if they don't see that the data is superior. I'll say it again so that way we can understand. Simple terms. This is what the video is about. FDA will not I repeat, will not allow you to touch children if they don't see superior data prior to allowing you to enroll children as early as age 3. That is a green flag for me. This is not financial advice. A green flag for me to throw, hold on, my villagers, right here. You see how big this pen is? This is a big pen. So I'm not a whale. I'm not gonna buy millions or hundreds of thousands of Ocugen shares. And by the way, this is not financial advice, but I do have pencils and I do have big pens. I throw like this, pew, 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 and eventually I'll get to the number that I like, and maybe I can be like a dolphin, a walrus, but I'm not going to be a whale. But that's just me, not financial advice. Instead of worrying about one red day, I listen to Dr. Nina, follow her work, trust in my company, trust in the team of scientists that put patients before profit. I'm going to win when we reach the finish line. Again, this is not financial advice. But before we move on to the next questions, give her a follow on X account. If you happen to tweet or something, give her a shout out, man, because she needs to be famous. And once the world know who Dr. Nina is, they're going to understand why they were so blinded before. Shame on them. So the question, why it's different? What did Dr. Nina do, and why is she so passionate about her invention? Most gene therapies only work for one genetic gene mutations. I mentioned this in my previous video, but this is simple terms. So that means, hey, Hugh Trent Insurance Man, instead of fixing your door, I can fix your garage door, I can fix your back door, I can fix your bathroom door, your master bedroom door, your attic door. I can do all of those things. And you know what? With only one time, that I can fix everything else for you. Why not let me do it? And that's what she's talking about. Ocugen's therapy is different. It's designed to help people across many different mutations. That means instead of helping hundreds of patients, it could help thousands worldwide. Bigger reach for patients, bigger market for investors. When I mention this, of course, I want my villagers that are investing with Ocugen to win, because you want money to take care of your family, whatever the case may be. And that is a beautiful thing about it. But don't forget why we're in this company. We're here to cure blindness, and it's not an easy task. So don't get all crazy, fake bullishness, fake ass investor. I just not a fan of fake people. I got burned before when I invited this hot sauce person into our Discord group, and I put out my name and said, hey, my villagers, my Aku family, welcome, blah blah from the Bay Area. And I when I put my name out to vouch for you, I don't expect things in return, but I expect you to be honest, because honesty is the best policy. And when you use my name and make up some bullshit, fake ass bearish wannabe bull, and it shows. And this person no longer in my life, because I completely banned this person, and it's unfortunate because I alerted Ocugen when it was at 60 cents, and a good amount of my villagers jump in and they left already because they are swing trader, whatever case may be. I don't care, but what I care for is your honesty. If you're gonna if I'm putting my name out there to vouch for you, the least you can do is don't taint my name. And this person did that, so that person is no longer in my life, which is a good thing. But look at this: bigger reach for patients, bigger market for investors. That's why it's different, because we're here able to take care of multiple mutations instead of just one. And all credit goes to Dr. Nina. The person only have 381 followers. Why? My villagers, what are you doing? What are we doing? Oh, not me, because I followed her already for a while. So make sure you give her a follow, so that way you can really understand the power of science. 10,000%, we are going to cure the world of blindness. And I cannot wait. Last questions. What it could mean for the future. My previous video and this video is very, very similar. However, this one is more into simple terms. So the future, it'll be dark. It'll be scary, hopeless, depression, bad, evil thought, not good. Without treatment, many of these patients would go completely blind. Every time I say this, it just makes me real sad. I mentioned this many times. I spent 8 years in the vision care industry, And it just breaks my heart, my villagers. Every time I see, especially children, they come in every year, their vision deteriorate. And I mentioned this before I asked God, but God already gave me the answer, and that's Ocugen. Believe it or not, the data already given to the public is already superior versus the data from companies that are FDA approved or approved for a certain treatment, not the gene therapy platform that we are putting together, that we have already with more data coming out, which I'm going to share with you in a little bit. So hang in there. So that's what it is. If Ocugen's data continues to hold large trials, we could be looking at the first therapy that prevent blindness across multiple rare diseases. That's life changing for families, and it positions Ocugen as a potential leader in gene therapy. Thank you to Dr. Nina for understanding what it's like to put patients before profit. If you ever listen to her talk about her invention, about why she did what she did, it's man, I could hear her talk all day because I sense the genuine, the kind heart, and the power of science. It just gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Just imagine help a company you help a company cure the world of blindness. That is something worth fighting for. Maybe I see things differently, from my villagers because you guys not in the vision care industry. But it just sucks, man, because a child potential, the future is so vast, but it got cut short because they can't see. They got robbed. Not for long. Because Ocugen, as a potential leader in gene therapy, is closer than we know it. So those are the three questions that I'm able to answer my villagers, and feel free to comment or DM me anything you guys have concern, whatever case may be. I'm more than happy to do some research and present it to my villagers, and also all the wonderful comments that are coming in as well too, either to my DM on TikTok, IG, X, or YouTube comment. It really means a lot to me, and I read every single one of them. Yes, I do read the negative one as well too, because sometimes the negative comments it allow me to step outside the box, zoom all the way out and see, this person, even though they're hating, but they give me a valid critique. So I learn from it and I improve as much as I can. And now that we're here toward the end of this video, I want to share with my villagers the three things that Dr. Nina invented. I'll go into simple terms again and I'll bring up this timeline. And remember, this timeline is just I put together. It's not financial advice. It's not from the company. The information is already out there. I just happened to line it up 2025, 26, and 27. I mentioned in my videos before 3 BLAs coming. That is for Ocu 400, Ocu 410, and Ocu 410 ST. And if you look at this timeline, I put it together. And like I said again, this is not financial advice. And these are just tentative because Ocugen is not, what is that term? They're not obligated to do it. So these are the things that I'm putting together in the time frame that I've been, researching the last 5 years. And if I am right, according to this timeline, we're not far off, you guys. But if you want to panic and show your fake ass on a red day, do you. But in my village, transparency, conversation is very important. Honesty is the best policy. Don't be fake because the world don't need any more fake bullshit. Let me continue. Calm down, insurance man. I know you're mad and all, but you have to know that people they don't have diamond hands like you and Ivan. Thank you for watching, brother. I know you watch all my videos too. Appreciate you. So here's the bottom line. Ocugen's data isn't just a medical update. It's hope for family. It's innovation for the biotech world. And it's a high stakes opportunity for investors, you and I. If this therapy succeeds, it could save sight for thousands of people who otherwise would lose it. If you like this breakdown, hit the like button. Subscribe for more Ocugen's explanations. Even though it's not the best, but thank you, my villagers, for tuning in. I'm getting better by the day. You can tell by my ambition. And let me know in the comment section, do you think gene therapy is the future of medicine? Yes or no? let me know. I'll read all of your comments. You made it toward the end, so now we're gonna break it down. Let me bring up that timeline again because this timeline is very, very important. So Ocu 410, Ocu 410 ST, that is geographic atrophy and Stargardt. So Ocu 410 ST for Stargardt, Ocugen announced FDA clearance for an IND amendment to initiate a phase 2/3 pivotal confirmatory trial on Stargardt disease. The company expects to submit a BLA in 2027 based on data from that trial. As Ocugen has noted that they will initiate the phase 2/3 in the coming weeks from their announcement that it may expedite development by 2 to 3 years. You can find these informations on the web, on our website, because anytime when we have an earning report call, you can actually call in to ask questions. If you don't know that, please wake up early and call in so that way you know what you hold. Ocu 410, the geographic atrophy, and it's also deal with dry AMD. Simple term, you go blind if you have geographic atrophy. It's not fun. It's just slowly your vision deteriorate and you lose all hope. Depressions form, and eventually you want to unalive yourself. And that is not kind to your soul. So if you ever consider even have an idea of unaliving yourself because you're losing hope due to going blind, help us on the way. I'm trying my best to make more videos like this so that way the algorithm can eventually find those blind people and say, hey, Ocugen is here to help people and we're on the way. We're doing as fast as we can, but we can't push science. We need to know that the superior data continue to develop, continue to show in our patients so that way we can help the rest of the world. Be patient, it will come. The public roadmap indicates that interim phase 2 data is expected in fall 2025 in the near months. These are my speculations, it's not exact. Ocugen did not promise these data to come out. I'm just putting in a timeline to help you see things easier, simple terms. The company has completed phase 2 enrollment. So Ocu 410, Ocu 410 ST, that's 2 BLAs that I mentioned before. That's that. Now we jump to Ocu 400, retinitis pigmentosa. So Ocugen is running a phase 3 limelight trial for Ocu 400. They are targeting mid 2026 for the BLA MMA filing, assuming favorable results. When I make these videos, I always have to say not financial advice because I don't want people to think that, oh, he knows everything. He knows the data is going to work. He knows everything's going to go 100%. We're in a trial, the data trial period, so nothing is 100%. However, I'm crossing my finger for superior data that allowing patients to see in dim light, to read more letters at a test chart. Those are important because those are the foundation if you're either able to drive again or they will legally put you down as blind. And that's a horrible, horrible feeling. There's no public statement confirming exactly when interims or top line data from phase 3 will be released. And this is directly from the company. It's like they're not obligated to release any data to you or I. I'm just putting this together, a tentative outline. So that way we have something to look toward instead of showing your fake ass bullshit on a red day in a very long time, by the way. Shame, shame, shame. Because of the ATMP classification in Europe for Ocu 400, granted by EMA's CAT earlier in 2025. That's EMA's cat like a cat, like meow, but it's in scientific term. You don't know what that is? Let me in the comment section. I can break it down in my next video. Ocugen is positioning the program for both U.S. and European regulatory paths. I mentioned in my other video too that Europe is a potential region partner, maybe in the near months. I do not know. Just speculations, research, investigation. I put into a video for you. So that way you can learn something. So that way you don't have to be fake. If you're a bear, just say you're a bear. You're learning right now, but don't pretend to be a bull and on a one red day and you show your true colors. That is very hot sauce like of you. So what to expect from this timeline right here? Given what's been disclosed, here's a rough timeline. I hope you enjoying this and what I personally expect. But with cautions, my villagers, these are not guaranteed. I said it like 7 times already. Aku 410, interim data, GA program likely in Q4 2025 fall, as the company itself has flagged. Aku 410 ST Stargard pivotal trial dosing and enrollment will occur over 2025 through 2026. Preliminary readout might emerge in late 2026 or early 2027 ahead of BLA. Oh man, that is exciting time on the horizon. And unfortunately, some of you bears just love to plot the demise of my company, and you keep playing with fire. I'm not gonna feel bad if you get burned. I'm sorry, I'm not a bad person, but if you're a dumbass to play with fire, it's okay because you chose to play with fire and you are gonna get burned. Not my business. You do you, baby boo. Aku 400, so retinitis pigmentosa phase 3. The major inflection point will be around mid 2026 for BLA MMA submission. So top line efficacy data is likely earlier in 2026. That's not far, maybe mid 26. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. Something's telling me that it's coming out. So let there be light because the future is bright. And full disclosure, my villagers, the process of reading, analyzing, and publishing data can lag. It can lag behind actual trial completion. So any expected dates are subject to delays, regulatory reviews, and data quality checks. So if they're telling you the data is coming out in 2 weeks, don't expect 2 weeks because the patients come first. We need to make sure they're okay. From A to Z, no bullshit, no hidden agenda. Patients before profit. If the data is superior, is good, then they will present it to the public. And that's how we keep things transparent. And so far, Ocugen hasn't done anything wrong to make me think otherwise. They are very transparent. They answer questions when we call in, and they do go into hibernation mode, but they do post more occasionally of late because we did complain it when the first 2 years of investing, we complained quite a bit. And now they have a hibernation period where not much is going on in front of our eyes, but a lot going on behind. And so far, I'm happy. And I'm just so ticked off that yesterday we had a red day in a very long time, and there was a good amount of people flipping side and just say some dumbass shit like, Oxygen is so behind on this technology, that's why it's getting attacked. No, oh my gosh, when I read that, I was like, you remind me of hot sauce, a wannabe bull, but you are a freaking bear. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much, my villagers. I really hope this video helped you. And I try my best to put things in simple terms so that way you can understand what is it that you're holding or potentially learn about a gene therapy platform that is potentially help your relative from blindness. And if you learn a thing or two, feel free to comment, like, and share. And I really appreciate that because of you guys. The channel is growing slowly but surely. Like always, before I let you go, please take care of your family. But most importantly, take care of your health. And I'll see you in the next video.